welcome everyone, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Maxwell McGee, and today I'm joined by Jason Sharp, producer with Callens, and together we're going to be taking a look at Mercenary Ops, a third-person shooter for the PC. Isn't that right, Jason?
Yes, it is. It's a PC-exclusive, multiplayer-only game that's coming this summer.
Awesome.
Yep, and we've just made the decision that it will be free to play.
All right, well, congratulations. Let's jump into some gameplay.
Awesome. So right away, players are going to get to choose between two different gameplay styles. We've got head-to-head and we've got co-op missions. So that's kind of like your PvP and your PvE.
Okay.
So to show off the gameplay, we'll just jump into a head-to-head match. Right here, what you're seeing actually is the loadout screen. So in our game, it's a free class system. There are no classes. What your class is going to be determined by is actually the guns you bring into battle. So right here is your loadout screen. So you've got two primary weapons. However, it's not always best to bring in both weapons because there's an encumbrance system. Okay. Weapons have weight and different weapons have different weights.
And then does that affect like how fast your character can move or perform certain actions?
Yes, it does. So if you're bringing a sniper, rifle, and a machine gun, you're going to be a turtle. You're going to be crawling on the battlefield. So head-to-head is 8 versus 8. It's up to 16 players. We have 3 classic modes people are going to be pretty familiar with. You've got your Team Deathmatch, your Demolition, which is like bombing from something like Counter-Strike, and then you've got Elimination. As you're seeing on screen right now, actually you can execute people and you can down them. Okay. So if you're shooting at somebody and you don't pass a certain damage threshold, which usually means shots not to the head, usually to the head is going to directly kill people, but you'll down your opponent. So when your opponent's downed, if you go up to him and you hit a key, you're going to be able to execute him. There's a lot of different execution animations, and that's pretty cool. But also, if it's an ally that goes up to them, they can res them. So revive them full HP, and they can get away.
All right, now are you invulnerable during the execution animation, or do you leave yourself vulnerable while you're totally punching a dude in the face?
At the moment, this is an alpha build. We're still working on certain things like that. We're still testing it. Right now, you're not invulnerable because you get extra points for doing it. Okay. So there is an incentive to execute people.
Reward type of thing.
Right. Okay. A little risk and a little reward. Now, when you're downed, you can actually, you're going to be able to crawl to safety while you're bleeding out. But if you take too much time, your character will bleed out. So there are neutral weapons that are going to be, all the maps are going to have these spread out in strategic locations. So once again, this is another thing that we've done in order to incentivize players to move forward.
We saw her using like some sort of rocket launcher type weapon?
Yeah, that was actually the grenade launcher.
Oh, grenade launcher.
Yeah, so that one has a few more shots and it kind of lobs forward, so it's a little, you can't really hit somebody that's like directly straight in front of you, but there's a lot of different neutral weapons.
And is the grenade launcher one of the neutral weapons?
Yes, that's one. So these are not, you cannot purchase these, to bring into battle. These you can only get, on the map.
Now, are they available straight away, or do they gradually unlock, like as time progresses?
They're just available right away. Okay. So yeah, just to simplify things, and also to give people the incentive to push forward right away. We don't want people sitting back in spawn sniping. I mean, that can be fun sometimes, but it's not fun for everybody. We want some kind of incentives for people to move forward, take strategic locations on the map, and coordinate and work together to get these super weapons.
I know one thing people always get upset with about free-to-play is this concept of buying power. So are you going to be able to I don't want to wait to unlock the super machine gun at level 60. Can I just buy it straight away?
Actually, no, you can't. Okay. The ones that are level restricted, you have to play to that level to unlock. And all weapons that are going to be this is microtransactions. So all weapons that are going to be sold in the item shop can also be unlocked through gameplay. Okay. So we do have a looting system in the game. But that's through doing certain things in head-to-head, but also the majority of that is going to be through our co-op missions, which maybe we'll take a look at in a minute. Okay. But also there's another thing that you can pick up your opponent's weapons. So if you come in with just, hey, all I've got is a handgun right now. You kill somebody, or maybe your teammate dies, you pick up their weapon, you get to use it for this game. Well, until your next death. Yeah. So I mean, it's really not the end all if someone else has unlocked more weapons than you, but
you can take advantage of their progress. You can take
advantage of their progress anyway. And one of the interesting things about how we've done this game is the most powerful weapons are not actually purchasable at all with in-game currency or with the real money currency. Mm-hmm. You can only get them through playing the game. Okay. The absolute most powerful weapons. So I hope that is good for free-to-play players. It's definitely not pay to win.
All right, well, let's jump over to that that co-op mode next.
Yeah, sure. So this particular map, we're ready to go. This is actually for the survival mode. Now, survival mode it's your zombie mode. You know, you're gonna get you're gonna be fighting against zombies and then earning points, in-game points. This is not outside of game currency, and you're gonna use these points to unlock rooms, you know, open doors, use traps, pick up and purchase weapons that are in-game, special neutral weapons that are just in these maps.
It's just used for that map, for that particular match.
Yeah.
It doesn't carry
like
out.
a flamethrower or like extra guns and extra ammo and things like that. So co-op missions, actually, there are 2 other map modes for this. There's an invasion mode, which people may be familiar with from like a Gears of War. It's very similar to a horde mode. You're holed up in a specific location, and there's like more and more enemies coming at you, like over the rounds. And then we've got an assault mode, which you're progressing through stages, and you clear this stage, move on to next stage, until finally everything culminates into like an epic boss fight. You know, so that's more like what a story mode might be.
Okay.
Although we definitely aren't so focused on the story as it is come in and just kill a bunch of stuff. You know, as a multiplayer game,
Just
I think
come
should
in,
be.
have a lot of big goofy fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when
Yeah.
you say boss fight, do you mean like a particularly large, imposing wave of enemies, or is there like a specific boss character?
Yeah, why don't we go ahead and show you a boss fight?
Sure.
So this is an example of a boss that you would see in our game. This is our mech boss on one of our assault mission maps. So he's kind of, you know, getting ready for the battle. Yeah, so I think some of our boss missions may be a little nostalgic of, you know, the old style Mega Man Metroid type boss design.
Okay.
You've got certain attack patterns that players are going to have to learn and adjust to, and then there's certain weaknesses that you've got to learn. So this particular guy here, he's got all these machine guns, which right now the guy on screen is shooting out these machine guns to destroy them. So those machine guns can be destroyed, and then he's got a bunch of different rocket attacks that you're gonna have to use your roll mechanic to get
roll
out of the way
of the rockets, as we
right.
see in there.
And then he's got this huge laser. Oh, that rocket nearly killed this guy. Yeah. So then he's got these huge lasers that will one-shot you if you're not in the not behind cover. And then oops, there's his weakness, and you can start taking him down.
And then he's got a traditional boss health bar up there at the top.
Boss health bar. Yep. You've got to take it
As
down.
always.
This guy's got 3 bars of health.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right, Jason, well, as we're wrapping up here, is there anything else you'd like to add about Mercenary Ops?
So we do plan on updating this game quite often after the release. We're planning on updating with new co-op missions and new bosses, and we're shooting for something along the lines of once a month there will be a new map with a new boss that you're going to be able to fight, as well as new head-to-head maps and new guns and stuff. We're going to be launching with 7 head-to-head maps with the 3 head-to-head modes, and then 5 co-op mission maps. So there's quite a lot of content that we're going to be launching here with. So we've got a beta actually coming up next month in June. So if people want to check that out and sign up, they can go ahead and head over to our website, which is mercenaryopsgame.com, or like us on Facebook. Yep, and then we're looking to launch somewhere during summer. However, we gotta go through beta first.
Down just yet. All right,
let's get through the beta
Fair
first.
enough. All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by and showing
Thanks
off
a
your
lot.
game.
Appreciate it.